Welcome back to part 2. The knowledge modules that plug into the engine, well, they consist of the following things you can see on the screen. And to give you a brief explanation, the inventory list is all of the screens, whether they be forms or HTML, and all of the fields on each screen form the inventory. The tool needs to know every screen and every field, every checkbox, every radio button, every button on the screen needs to be documented. The navigation is how to move through each screen, how to navigate through. And there may be more than one way to navigate through the same Oracle screen depending on what you're trying to achieve. So several navigations per inventory are possible. The scenarios are a sequence of lists of screens. So screen 1, screen 2, screen 3 documents the sequence you must execute or go to each screen and how you must navigate through each field in order to configure the application. So the scenario is a list of screens and the sequence by which they must be performed. The configuration data otherwise known as the BR100 data is the data that you would put into each of those fields on each screen. The menus, well, you can see in later presentations and demonstrations, the menus the tool uses by default are the same menus as are in the Oracle application. So if you know how to navigate through your responsibilities and your menu choices and options in Oracle, you'll find exactly the same menus in the tool. The tool doesn't use any programming to build these knowledge modules. They're all based upon parameter-based screens where information is put in, so you can create new modules for Oracle eBusiness Suite by setting up additional parameter-based screens and testing them out. So it's very easy to extend the tool if there's a module that is not currently being provided for you. At the heart of the tool is the knowledge base, and that knowledge base captures and contains all of the configurations that are going to be used. Now there are many different types of configurations in the tool depending on what you're going to do, whether you want to create a new instance or a new operating unit or a new inventory org. All of those require different types of configuration settings. A set of configurations that comes with the tool provides the ability for performing all of those tasks, or you can input or make your own either manually or using reverse. The easy way to look at or think of the knowledge base is as a multi-dimensional cube, like you can see on the screen. There are a number of different layers in the cube. It is user definable. There is no fixed number of layers. The base layer is the layer we provide all of the various configurations for the modules. The second layer is where there is configurations to set up the localizations for each country. So there will be one or more layers for each country. The next layer, as shown on the screen, with the third layer for customer specific setups. So where this is a corporation and there are many subsidiaries, then it may be required that everyone uses the same chart of accounts. Everyone uses a standard for responsibility naming conventions. Everyone uses a standard for transaction types. all of those standards and settings can be deployed in this third layer, and they can then be either enforced or recommended as part of the configuration settings when the subsidiaries come to set up their individual operating units. So obviously then the fourth layer is where the individual companies themselves come along with their requirements and their needs, and their own requirements are captured completely separately and identified separately within the knowledge base. The tool then has the ability to pull all of this together and select all the various components and make a set of configurations that is going to meet the needs of the business. There are a number of key features that the tool provides, and there are many more than sitting on this screen. But obviously the tools provide facilities for the entire life cycle. The tool does support release 12, currently on 12.0.6, and should be supporting 12.1 in the very near future. Once you've actually obtained a package from the configurator tool to create your instance and you're happy that is configured and working as you require, when you then go to create additional environments, whether it be production, UAT, training, SIT, whatever other environment, you can simply run that package against that environment and it will run fully automatically and set up the instance for you. Again, approximate timings here, setting up a brand new instance, 2 to 3 hours, setting up a new operating unit, 30 to 60 minutes, the kinds of timings that you can expect to get. You can produce a configuration listing or a BO100 report at any time. They are real-time available. All of your configurations should be in the knowledge base, not in the instance. You should be able to afford losing the instance at any time because you can rebuild it so quickly. Therefore, your configurations, your master configurations, or your gold master, if you like, resides inside the knowledge base where you can simply reproduce that instance very quickly and very easily. The tool gives you the ability to compare configurations from multiple environments and to migrate data, as we saw earlier. So how to use the tool? Well, I'm going to cover that in part 3 and close this off at this point in time. So please join me in part 3. Thank you.